Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. Today I share with you a selection of actions from a couple of sparring sessions which I had with my friend Francesco. Francesco had a completely different style compared to me or to his friend and the clubmate Nicolo, which you have seen fencing a couple of weeks ago. He is more twitchy and sporty, with actions optimized for the tournament environment with direct lines and large usage of by the pommel thrusts and cuts. In the first series of clips which you are watching right now, I am using my favorite sword, namely a 125 cm Corona feather, which besides giving my access to my favorite repertoire of actions, bring at the same time more balance in terms of reach between the two of us, as I am more or less 15 cm taller than Francesco. While using the shorter sword, I generally try to work out complex actions to properly enter measure, using feints and beats and sometimes a combination of the two to breach measure properly. When I tried to search the proper measure to work out more direct actions, I did more errors, as Francesco tended to have a good measure management and ended up hitting me in the meantime of my action or attacking me during my preparation. So I decided to stick to my complex actions repertoire, but this made Francesco being prepared for this kind of situation, and so he started to rapidly retreat on the first tempo of my compound action. So I had to fix this new problem using my own repertoire, which worked relatively well. While fighting in the second sparring session instead, I used my longer sword, a 135 cm CG feather. This time I was in total control of the measure, as the weapons had the same length, which gave me access to my natural reach advantage. So as the measure changed, this time I tried to land both compound actions and simple ones. Compared to the first sparring, I had far more success in terms of simple actions, thanks to the additional reach. This brought my opponent use more of his by the pommel actions to try and compensate for the lack of reach, so I had to pay more attention in these regards, trying to avoid as much of those as possible. Unluckily, I still don't have a good counter conditioned for these kind of actions, be it in 2 tempi or 1 tempo, so I had to limit myself in avoiding being hit. It is quite easy to see what I just said while watching at the first situation in which I tried to answer on tempo, which is my canon when someone attacks me low, and I did a little mess because I ended up reading the measure in a wrong way. Anyway, I still had good success with my compound actions, which now were far easier to land, and they required only 2 steps instead of 3 in basically all of the cases. Again, here it is all about the reach advantage. During the very last exchanges of the second session, Francesco switched to a style more similar to my one, more chop-like and less touch-oriented. This surprised me quite a bit, and he was even able to land this really cool Fiore front kick in a perfectly safe while functional fashion. Really cool. Well, as you have seen, my experimentation with different longsword lengths keeps going on. The reach advantage is indeed really important and can give you a great edge, especially if you are someone which can exploit it easily, being taller of your average opponent. But the higher ratio of actions a shorter sword can give you thanks to its maneuverability makes my love still lean toward that choice in terms of favorite sword. Well people, we are at the end of this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to help this channel grow up, and if you want to support me directly, search for my Patreon page in the video description. Thanks for watching people, and as always, see you next time.